A big hello from me to you again for this third part of a guide to Warhammer 40,000 Crusade System by us here at Wooden Spoon Wargaming. So, if this is your first time, welcome. Where have you been? There's two more before this to check out first. Details in the card above. So, let's jump in with our catchy intro and then onto a question that was asked after the second video. So, the question that was asked was, how to upgrade units with weapons and other stuff if there's no points being used in the Crusade system of play? Well, basically, any and all upgrades that would normally cost points are free within the Crusade system because you're using a narrative theme of playing. These upgrades are detailed on each data sheet. Some wargame exceptions of this are the power level increases are used for some wargame options, so let me show you what I mean. Here we have a very flexible unit, Space Marine Stern Guard Veteran Squads. These come starting at 5-man unit with a very basic loadout of bolt pistol, special issue bolt gun and frag and crack grenades, but as you can see from the datasheet, there's a myriad of combinations which you can be given to them, such as Power Fist for the Sergeant. Also the Stern Guard Sergeant can have a Lightning Claw. Any two can have heavy weapons. So it's basically a case of go nuts and upgrade them as much as you want because it's all for free. This can lead to units becoming overly powerful and it may affect your opponent's enjoyability in the game, but it's your army. If you and your opponent on the same wavelength, as in go hard or go home, then enjoy the game. Sometimes there are power level increases though with war gear. These war gear can be shown now as the Space Marine Chaplain. Normal cost is 5 power level, but giving him a jump pack would bump him up to 6 power level. So, any and all questions, please just leave a comment below and I'll get back to them either in the next video or in a questions video which I'm putting together already. So, touching on from our last video, let's start spending some of those requisition points. I'm going to spend 1 point on increasing the power level and then the same again. That will take us up to 60 power level. We'll spend a requisition point on a warlord trait, giving it to the Primaris captain, and also going to give him a relic. So this is how our order of battle looked before, and this, using a bit of magic, not really magic, an effect transition, is how we look now. As you can see, requisitions has now gone down to 1. The power level has gone up to 60. Power level spent has gone up to 58. Crusade points has gone up to 2 because I've given him a relic and a warlord trait. Also, with that spare power level, I've included a squad of Hellblasters. These come in at a whopping 8 power level. So by now you're thinking, come on, let's get on with it. Explain experience and why. It's important in Crusade. What I love about Crusade is the experience system. It adds a narrative level onto your games, allowing your characters and units to grow and advance through the ranks and become legends with your own force. This differs massively from the standard game of 40k, where it's just like one game, finish, one game, finish. So how do units go about gaining experience? All units gain experience from taking part in battles, completing agendas within games, killing the enemy. Every third unit destroyed gets your experience, being voted MVP in a battle. Other ways it may come about in future updates. Here we have section 4 of the Crusade card, experience. Killing the enemy. For every third unit that is destroyed, you gain 1 experience point. So, as the battle goes on and you start killing your enemy, you make a note in this section, totaling up as you go, here, at the end of the battle, and then after you finish, transfer them across. MVP. Being voted MVP is also called marked for greatness. This is the unit which you think has performed the best, done something heroic, done something epic, or maybe died in a completely terrible way, but you think it was great and you'd like to reward them for their brave sacrifice. There are, of course, units which can never ever gain experience. Some of these units include units with the keyword swarm, drone, units that have the battlefield role fortification, such as bunkers and tide walls for tau. Units that have been summoned into the game, for example, demons have the ability to summon more of their own, and also Genestealer Cult. Because these units don't have Crusade cards, they can't gain experience. Also, named unique characters. All this is covered in a previous video. So, once you start gaining experience, you start going through the ranks. For example, 0 to 5, you're battle ready. 6 to 15 points, you're now the bloodied, where you can then start gaining battle honours. See page 318 of the core rulebook for this table. Once you start going through the ranks and gaining battle honours, for every battle honour you earn, you also need to increase the Crusade point on a unit's Crusade card. For example, if the unit costs less than 10 power level, it's plus 1 point. If the unit costs more than 11, it's plus 2 Crusade points for every level. Now, there are 5 different types of battle honours which can be taken for your units. Battle traits, new skills and abilities, weapon enhancements, improving the war gear on a given model in the unit. Psychic Fortitudes, improving the unit's psychic abilities. Crusade Relics, gaining those rare and powerful relics. Also nowadays, each new codex which is being released has their own set of battle honours. So battle traits, once a unit goes up a level in battle honours, then you may choose take a battle trait. This is done by either 2 ways. 1, rolling a d6 and checking the table, or selecting a battle trait which you believe best suits the theme of the unit. A unit could have more than 1 battle trait, but never have the same one more than once. If you are rolling randomly and you roll the same one, just re-roll it. So I'm not going to sit here and go through all the tables because it's in the rulebook. So I'm now going to go through and pick which one from each of the 4 tables I like the look of the most. Trait section box number 1, page 319, character units excluding vehicle and monsters. My favourite one, tactical experience. When you spend a CP on a roll of a 6, you regain that spent CP. This is always useful and not always an option for most armies, so this can help a lot. Trait selection box number 2, monster units, Apex Predator. Reroll once to hit for this monster unit. Will work in both the shooting and with melee attacks, so it's quite useful because I roll a lot of 1s. Trait selection box number 3, vehicle units. Blessed Hull. I like this one a lot, being a Knights player as well. 5+ to ignore each mortal wound damage. This will save Knights, definitely, if you can get your Knight up a level. Trait selection box number 4, any other unit. Grizzled. A roll of a 6 will ignore a wound suffered by this unit. This will add just that extra bit of protection for units and really annoy your opponent when you start rolling 6s. Weapon enhancements. This is a bit tricky and it's actually caught our gaming group out, so I'd like to have a bit more of a in-depth look at this section because if you look at it, you may jump to the same conclusion we did. Weapon enhancements only affect one model in the unit on that Crusade card. The weapon enhancement will only affect one weapon that model is equipped with. This weapon must not be enhanced by a battle honour before, or it cannot be a relic or a Crusade relic. So you see where we went a bit wrong in our group in that we went, weapon enhancements, it covers all the guns in all the unit, but no. It normally covers a sergeant or a squad leader. This is detailed on page 320 of the core rulebooks. We're now on page 320 of the core rulebook for this battle honour. There are two tables. One is range weapons and the other one is melee weapons. Each have 6 options, numbered 1 to 6. There are now different ways each unit in your Crusade force will interact with these tables based on the keywords which they have. If your unit has a Titanic keyword, then you only have access to enhancements 1, 2 or 3 in either of the tables. You can either roll a d3 and apply a result, or select one of the available choices which you think best fits the model and the narrative. If your unit is a character, a monster or a vehicle, but not Titanic as previously stated, these units have access to the full range of enhancements for selecting a weapon. Either roll a d6 and apply a result, or select the enhancement which you best believe fits the narrative for the character, monster or vehicle which has gained this battle honour. Next, we've got your standard unit which doesn't have character, vehicle, monster or Titanic keywords. The tables open up a bit more for them. So you roll a d6 and a d3, apply both results if you're randomly choosing. If a duplicate's rolled, just re-roll it until a different result is obtained. Or you can just select 2 which you feel best suit the narrative for this weapon. If the weapon has 2 profiles, for example a burner which is a ranged attack and a melee attack, then the battle honour is applied to both of them. Psychic Fortitudes. This allows you to buff your psychers. Page 321 of the core rulebook. Again, as previously stated, the unit has to have the keyword Psyker on its datasheet and Crusade card in order to benefit from this battle honour. Same as the previous battle honours, you either roll a d6 and consult the table, or you can choose from the table a result which best fits the unit it's being rewarded to. A unit can have more than one Psychic Fortitude battle honour, but never the same one more than once. Crusade Relics are those items of rare and special uniqueness as you battle through the Warhammer 40,000 universe. These can only be given to models with a character keyword on the datasheet and Crusade card. Your model can have any number of Crusade Relics, but you cannot take the same relic more than once in your order of battle. Relics have been broken down into 3 categories. Artificer Relics. These can be taken by any character. Antiquity Relics. These can be taken only by a character model which has gained the heroic or legendary rank. Plus 1 Crusade point is added to the Crusade card per relic from this category, which is given to your unit, remembering to also add plus 1 for the battle honour. Legendary Relics. Once a character gains a legendary rank, then it unlocks the 2 possible legendary relics from the core rulebook and any additional ones which may appear in future publications. But there's a slightly higher cost to this. You will need to pay 1 requisition point for this relic, and also add 3 Crusade points onto the unit's Crusade card. So, a massive thanks from me to you for listening to me for this episode. So, you're now ready to start playing a game of Warhammer 40,000 using the Crusade system. Coming up in the next one is me going through setting up a game and learning about the different scoring system which is used in Crusade compared to competitive games of 40,000. Take care and see you soon. Bye.